And here we are again. It's Wednesday, December 4th, 2013, and as you can see, we have another knife review for you. It is another Schrade product. This is part of that. I purchased a lot of things from Amazon. Most of them were Schrade, and now I'm kind of just going once a week, just trying out the knives, and then trying to get a review up once a week of, my thoughts of them and that kind of thing. What enticed me to purchase all this Schrade product is that the pricing, number one, and then the quality. Actually, the quality, number one, pricing, number two. But right now, this particular knife, and this model number here is the SCHF14. This particular knife on Amazon right now is $31. I mean, talk about a deal. The steel, it is a high carbon steel. It's the, the HCR13 MOV. So it's, as far as the steel as compared to like an S30V, it's going to be probably in the middle, low middle. But for $31, I mean, you're not going to get an S30V. You're not going to get a $200 knife and a $200 blade. So that's to be expected. And like the rest of the knives I've purchased, these intend to be used. I'm going to use them quite a bit. Throw them on the ground, drop them, chip them up if need be. And, I don't have to worry about a $200 knife and crying home to my wife and explaining how I lost it and, so on and so forth. Anyway, back to the knife. It's got kind of it's a unique, not really unique, but the finish on it, like a stonewash finish. Hopefully you can get a view of that. And I am finding, unfortunately, that I do need some more lighting in here because it's just not working out too well. Hopefully that shows up a little bit better on YouTube than it is on my camera viewer here, viewfinder. But, and then the handle itself, it's kind of like a scalloped and, what do they call it? Scalloped and, I don't know what they call it actually. Scalloped and notched, I guess. Kind of like, that's what it feels like. And it's very nice actually. Now on Amazon and on the website, it kind of looks like a cheap plastic. It's not like that in person at all. Hopefully this video will let you see that. It's actually really, really nice. It's got a nice grip. It feels nice and solid. Feels not cheap by any means. So, and you do have like a lanyard slot right there. So that's pretty nice. And a full tang construction here. And it's a drop blade there. So that's another nice feature as well. As far as sharpness, it's pretty sharp out of the box. Probably not quite as sharp as my extreme survival knife, I wouldn't say. That thing was really, really sharp. But this one is just as sharp, if not sharper, than most of the other knives I've opened. Again, this knife is, meant to be used and abused. Not a whole lot of, there is a little Schrade emblem right here. And then you've got a tiny one, which has got the model number in there. It's just a nice, rugged looking knife. I really like it. Nice weight and feel to it. Now, as far as the specs, let's get the measuring tape out here. According to the website, 7.9 overall. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, right at 7.9. So, and the actual handle is 4.5 inches of that. So, so you got about almost a 3.5 inch blade. So, now the weight, 5.6 ounces. We'll go ahead and measure that or weigh that like we always do. Go on, put it on ounces. 6.10, so it's a little heavier. Everything so far has been lighter. This is a little heavier, but I like a heavy knife like I've mentioned before. Let's just do it again. Yeah, 6.10. So this one's a little heavier than it is advertised, which, that's fine. Everything so far has been a little lighter. So, hey, go figure. Now the lanyard itself, and I'm going to cut on this in a minute here, show you some cuts. Not the lanyard, but the actual, oh geez, I've lost my mind. It's been a long day. Oh boy. The actual sheath, it's made out of Kydex. I don't know why I said lanyard. The sheath is made out of Kydex. The knife actually kind of locks in place. So you can see, and it definitely locks in place. And where it's locking is right here. You can see the indentation there. Put that in there. You can hear it snap. It locks in place. Now, you may think that's it, which, a couple other things on this. I mean, it's just a sheath. But again, it is Kydex. You've got two holes here, so if you need to put a leg strap on, something like that. But what I really like the best are the two screw holes here. And the reason being is you can actually take this apart, which we'll do right now. So you see right there, it's right hand. So you can actually do this in a couple of configurations. Now I'm not going to put it back together just for the sake of video, but I want to show you how it comes apart. So you take it apart, see here. And as far as your mounting options, and basically when you take it apart, you've got a washer on either side, a couple of nuts. There's one still in there on the other side. So here's how we had it originally. You could have it like this, so a little further forward. You could flip it around to this side, have it a left-hand use. You could actually even have it like this. So if you had it on your belt hanging there, for some reason, if you wanted it coming out sideways, you could do that. Can't do it diagonal. But there's just a lot of different options for that, and I thought that was a pretty nice add-on. You know, it seems simple, and you know, like, well, who cares? But you don't get that with a lot of them. You have to, you have to purchase another sheath or make something. So I thought that was pretty nice. Again, we're not going to put that back together on video. We'll let that wait. As far as cutting ability, you know, like any other knife, I've pounded on it. You could see there are some scrapes here. You know, I've pounded on it. It's still pretty sharp. I mean, it's really, really sharp actually still. And I'm cutting against the table. I've actually was cutting some wood with it like I did with the ultimate survival knife, or not the ultimate, but the actual extreme survival knife rather. I was doing the same thing. And really the only scrapage I got, if that shows up, is right there. And I was literally beating it with a hammer, doing everything with it. So you don't need to see that again. It's a knife. You beat it, you know, as long as it's got a good sharp blade, as long as it's going to last, it's going to cut. And I did the same thing with this one, just playing around. So, you know, to me, it's been a real good knife, and it's one of my favorite. I guess I do have a little bit more scraping on this side, just a tiny bit. But again, that stonewash finish is, you know, it's made to look rugged. It's made to look scratched up. It's going to get scratched up. It's a knife, not a showpiece. So yeah, that's kind of it for this one. Hopefully next week, or maybe even this weekend, depends on, you know, time permitting and everything. I have an axe. I want to review that. I've been playing with that a lot actually, probably more than this even. I love that. Hopefully we'll get that up. Got another tactical pen. This one's going to be more for your tablet though, so we'll have that up. And I do have a couple more knives. One of them being probably this one that I've showed you before. One of my favorites. Got that. That's another Schrade product. And then we've got this one here, which it's a toss-up. And I'll go over those videos. This one I like better for certain circumstances. This one's for others. So still got those to go over, and then I have some more. So stay tuned for those. Hopefully you enjoy these. If not, you know, if you're looking for the build videos, I promise they will come soon. It's just work has been crazy. End of year is really, really bad for us. Bad as in good as far as sales. So any little second I get, I try to spend it with family, and then I'm going to throw these little reviews in there that only take 10 minutes instead of, you know, 3 hours. So forgive me, they will be back up. Anyway, that's it for now. If you have any questions or comments, post those below. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching.